You like Trump? Good girl. You like Biden? Come on, man. We cheated. Okay. I don't know when the last time I switch around on apps, so I don't know when I got to this, and I don't even know what footage I got of it, but sometimes I'll get to talking to people on the phone. I just got off the phone with another rainmaker out of New York up there. Uh, just got off the phone with him, uh, putting a three-way switch on the front of this, and I don't do three-way switches normally. I do two switches, and I kind of made a boo-boo, but it ain't nothing real bad. I cut a little extra hole in here, but I was gonna run two switches, and I don't know what I was thinking. Like I said, I get on the phone talking to people, and I I don't really I can work and talk at the same time. Not like Joe Biden, I can chew gum and walk at the same time. But I do things in repetition sometimes. But this one is going to have a three-way switch on. It's going to be sideband and Class C on the same switch. So, but it's three position. So, uh, I'm getting to. I'm hooking up the switch now. That rainmaker got a series from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, but he had a real New York accent. If I was him, I'd be running out of that place. Mexicans heading for the border, I'd be running to the border if I had to live up in that damn shithole. Which I guess New York could be alright if you live out in certain parts of it, I guess. But I don't know. We don't live up there, so, you know, things seem different on television. It's like North Carolina ain't everybody's cup of tea, but I tell you, I really enjoyed North Carolina. But hell, I've been here my whole life, so what the hell do I know? Hell, we had a little bit of snow today. We had a snow day going on. It doesn't nothing stick. Oh, Blade up in Virginia texted me his front yard, or I think he done moved to the city now. I think he done got to be a city boy. Old Blaze. I really enjoy when him and $1.98, when him and $1.98 come down out of them mountains of Virginia And them old boys are a trip, especially $1.98. It ain't too many people like him. I'm seeing my battery's going down. Let me change that out. Alright, we'll change the battery out in that thing. Now he wants blue lights in it. This one for the AM side is blue, and then the other one I think is green. I changed that around. This light over this way is for sideband, and the other one is just straight class C. But yeah. I enjoy seeing $1.98 come down and blaze. Ah. Blade, a blaze. I like seeing them come down, hang out when they do. Blaze, you can't get him out. He's too hooked up with the missus. I know he's gonna give me hell on YouTube because of it. That's why I said it. He's a trip. Damn it. size too. Hopefully this is going to work right. It should. Damn you. Okay. Hooking up these little switches can be a bitch. And to get them to work right, I added the capacitance up here so to stay out of the way and won't see it. It ain't no big deal. My hands keep hitting that and knocking it out of the way. But it's pretty stiff. But of course your hands can hit it and knock it anywhere. But I got a remote on this thing, and it's a I thought they was going to send me some original, what it looked like in the picture. Looked like a real, that's where a little screw come from. Uh, it looked like it was a real plug. But, no, it's a mini mic jack plug, but it'll work. And I kind of like them in a way. And in a way I don't like them because they're so damn little. But they're mini compared to a regular mic jack. But they'll work. It'll do the same job. I gotta make sure I get the remote to work on this thing. He wants a remote to it, so this remote's got to work the sideband delay too. But I'm gonna just hook this up here now. This ain't where it's gonna live, but it just adds capacitance to the relay. And it's right much capacitance, but it gives enough for sideband that I've figured I like. This is a 2200. I like around about 2000 puff, but then you have to add not puff, but microfarad. But you kind of have to add two together to get that. I'm going to just add that there and for now and see how much I get. This will be the first fire up. I don't even know if it runs or not yet. It should. I'll go through the circuit and see what it looks like before I actually put power to it. And I got some long wires on it. I don't know exactly how long. I'd say 6 feet. I think that's what he asked for, 6 feet. I think it's about 6 feet over, maybe 7 feet. But it's just two good number 10 wires, and this is from Fat Boy. JSC wire and cable. Now I have to look that up, but Fat Boy gets some really nice cable, So I think up is going to be Class C, which is just Class C now. I just got this Class C. I hadn't got it over to the diodes yet. I want to check that voltage before I go to applying it to the front end of the transistors and see what I get. But it's just straight Class C right now. Before I get to throwing a current to the input of a transistor, I like to check it. And Let's see what we get. Alright, I gotta turn my power supply on, let it come on. It's got a lot of wire on it. He's putting it in a Jeep, so it's going to take a lot of wire. Alright, this ain't where this is living. I'm going to run that up underneath the board and over to the switch. But, over to the capacitor. But I just tested it right now, see if it even puts out puts out. I don't see that LED coming on. That one's coming on. I don't know why that ain't coming on. It's got voltage. LED must not be no count. Maybe it's not getting a good ground. It is sandwiched in between there. So I'll tighten that up a little bit. Well, this little jump bar may be a ground issue. Take that iodine. Nope, the LED ain't working. Well, let's see if the amp works. Alright, it's in peak. It should be in Class C. Oh yeah, it's working. Backwards. So Class C's, sidebands up. And they're getting a voltage to there like it's supposed to. Oh, alright. So we got two issues. Got a LED ain't working. For what reason? I don't know. Maybe these LEDs ain't no count. I think it's about the third one I've had to go out. Normally, they don't go anywhere. If I can get this thing out of here. At last that, I didn't check that resistor. I reckon evidently people like paying a lot for gas here lately. I've talked to a few people on the phone. They act like they didn't mind it. Well, good for them. I can't stand it. What the hell? Maybe this resistor is too damn... That'll the switch. Let's see what resistor we got there. It's supposed to be a 3.3K. That's a 3.3K. So I know I'm getting power. What color was that other one? Red. Try green. Evidently them new let's try a whole new thing. Evidently them new F ones ain't any good. I don't know. by UV, I mean ultraviolet light. That's what they're supposed to be. I know I'm putting them in right. The short leg is ground. Some days just don't look like nothing works right. No matter what you do, it looks like every little thing fights you. That ain't red too. That's gotta come out there. I can tell it's red because the soldering iron will turn them on. It don't take nothing to turn them on. And the more you mess with something like this, the nastier it starts to look. But hopefully I can hopefully I can clean this up. Isn't that much red too? Well, maybe my reds got mixed up in the green batch. Let's see anyways. Yep. Sure enough. I brought two over here. Wish I got a lot more. But this is getting stupid. I'm about to go through and test that batch. That one's green. Mean green. Alright, we have a green. We have a red. Alright, let's see. Up is sideband. Alright. I hope you can hear that, but you can see the relays. They got a delay on it. See my finger? See the relays? Alright, this is Class C. Alright. I gotta hit that again. They pretty stout. Alright, let me get this phone. Alright, I done hooked the switch up. Got the lights working right. Got all that cleaned up. Got the chokes going to the input right. Input voltage on that is 0.2 volts. Oh, I like it. Alright, sideband. Oh, hello. About a half a watt. Reflect. It's kind of hard to get the reflect. I can get it down more than that, but I have to put a tuner in there. But that's plenty acceptable for the wattage it's putting out. This is in peak, 1000 watt slug, as always, pretty much. 1000 watt over there, so that's 200, 400, 600, 800, 1000, reading that bottom scale. This is reflect going back towards the radio. Let me pull that out a little bit. You want this as low as possible.
Hold. Hello. Hello. Oh. Hello.
About 500 with radio drive. Radio ain't hitting it too hard. Now the only thing left I got to figure out is how to get that switch to be switchable here in the back for the remote. I gotta figure out how to get that. Now for us turning it on and off, that's easy. That's already hooked up. But I got 2 more legs there, and he wants a remote to go up in front, and it'll run this switch for sideband. And I got to figure out how to get that, where that'll work. This wire here, I'm going to bring it up underneath the board, put heat shrink over it, go through that hole over here, come up and go to that, then you know my ground wire, go to your keying circuit, adds more capacitance to your keying circuit. That's all it does, holds the relays down a little bit longer for sideband, so when you talking on sideband and you have no carrier, it holds the relays closed a little bit longer. And 2200 puff has been working out really good. 2000 puff is better. 2200 holds it open just a little long, and when you let off the key, sometimes it'll hold it in. And but this seems not to be holding it in quite as long as the little relays. And that's just the way this one is. Some of them you notice them, which every capacitor is not the same. Some of them equal up more than what it actually rated for, and some of them's lower than what they're rated for. So every part's different. That's the reason every amp's different. Everything's different. Is because everything is not 100% on tolerance, and it's hard to build everything identical to the last one. I mean, it can somewhat be together, but everything cannot be identical. And I got a comment a while ago about my the way I do switch mode power supplies. Well, all the switch mode power supplies, and it's got that little silicone backing back behind it. All the older ones I pulled out had heat sink compound, even though it did have the isolator. So I put them on that one too. But for it's what I've read, yes, the silicone will transfer the heat, but it's nothing that I've seen yet that says that you can't put heatsink compound plus that. I know some semiconductors it says not do it. It'll make them heat up, just like you said, but it all depends on what you're doing. And like I said, I've had no trouble out of ones I've been doing like this altogether anyways. So that's all I can tell you on that one. But and if something comes up and that shows itself, I'll just have to go through it. But like I said, it's a next door neighbor. He can be at my house no more than he can be here in less than a minute. If he ever has any trouble, he brings it straight to me. I fix it, take it, and I drive it back to him less than a minute. I could walk there in I don't know, 10 minutes maybe. I don't know. I'm a slow walker, but he ain't that far. But the way you got to go around the road, it makes it a little farther. But through as a crow flies, I'd say it can't be no more than 1,500 feet from his antenna to my antenna. No way. But I don't know. He's only about let's see, 3 houses this way. You turn that corner on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses away. So, but I live out in the country. That's a pretty good distance in between that, but it's no more than a half a mile away by the road, and it probably ain't even that. So I don't know. But this is up and working. I got left. I got to put this wire around, and I got to figure out how I'm going to get this up here to this and make that work off the switch too. Because these are, like when I short these 2 pins out here, this light on the front of this will still come on. And I got to figure out and see if that'll come on with this when I hook that up to there. So it'll be some off camera testing, because I hadn't done one like this with a remote. I asked him, and he never did get back with me. I asked him if he talks sideband all the time, I could leave it like this, and he could just turn the switch up in sideband mode and talk sideband. Then he'd have to cut the switch down. Or I could just make it where it was just one switch and it would talk sideband all the time. Actually, when you go into Class C, it will go into Class C. It goes down and goes to ground. But you still get your power to here. It's actually in Class B pretty much all the time, but it just don't have a delay on AM. You're pretty much knocking out the delay is what you're doing. But it's still going to be in Class B. Not Class C. Class B. I don't know. I've been out that long day. Alright then. If I don't explain things right, I try to. And it's the best I can pull out of my ass at this point in time. I'm trying to get back on schedule. I don't even know what time it is, but last night I went to bed. I've made it to 4:30. I was going to bed around 2:30. I've made it to 4:30 and I'm still awake and I'm okay. I think I can last till about 8 or 9. But I'm trying to get on Amy's schedule again. And it takes me a little while to get to that. But I'll end up fucking it up and staying up all night long again some other time trying to get caught up. But it's hard for me to get back on schedule. But that's just me. And I'm rambling on. Sorry, then, y'all have a good day. A blessed day. I hope everything goes right for y'all. It's been pretty good today. Still praying for Chris out there. I know you lost your daddy, believe me, I done been through it. But ain't nothing I can say to make you feel better. It ain't no use for me trying. And I ain't gonna go to worrying the hell out of you. You probably won't even watch this video, but I ain't gonna go to worrying the hell out of you. And saying nothing about it, because sometimes people don't like things like that brought up. Not, especially not at this point in time. But I feel for you. I've been through it. So, I know. Alright then, later.